Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Revisited. Here are my enjoyable co-hosts.
Not
My
gonna get to roast Winston for his past mistake.
yes. This could possibly be the second time we started this show, but you'll never know.
So nice, we did it twice.
Yeah, yep. This is, of course, Lord of the Rings Revisited, where we go through, watch, geek out, and rank every Lord of the Rings movie in chronological order. Eric, what is the movie we are revisiting today?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. We will be discussing The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies.
There we
go. Nice, you got it this time.
Just better across the board this time. Of course, I make
Yes.
no mistakes, of course.
No, not at all. Yes, this was released 17th of December 2014 in the United of States. Runtime of 144 minutes. Budget of $300 million, which is crazy. And a box office of $962 million. And directed by some little director, Peter Jackson?
This guy?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
It's freaking Pedro Jackson, bro. I told you
Pedro
last time.
Jackson, man.
Peter Jackson, what's up?
That's good.
It's like the was it the Mexican version of Steven Spielberg? Steven Spielbergo.
Yeah, Simpsons reference.
There's two magical facts I want to knock off right off the top before we get into anything. So
Lego ass.
introducing my magical
Hey,
facts.
that's gross. We don't do that here.
Introducing magical facts.
This movie has the shortest running time of any Middle-earth movie directed by Peter Jackson, running at 2 hours and 24 minutes. Although the movie revolves around the 13 Dwarves, there is less screen time devoted to Thorin's company in the theatrical release compared to the previous movies. So, Peter Jackson claims the extended version added 30 minutes of the film to the film, thus making it the longest addition to the franchise. So, this is the shortest Lord of the Rings movie, but it also has the longest extended edition. Which is
which we did not watch.
Yeah, I never seen extended.
What's in the extended edition?
Dwarves, more dwarves. And that's something I actually wanted to talk about. That I definitely could tell there's so much less of like the dwarf interaction in this.
It's not called the Dwarves. It's called the Hobbit. The Battle of the Five Armies.
He's with the dwarves, being accompanied by the dwarves.
Which is why they're there. But they are not the main characters.
Hey. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Snow White, but Seven Dwarves is right after her name, so never mind. Like it's Snow White's movie, but never mind. I take it back.
My point exactly.
Well, there's also another fact in the extended edition, since you were wondering what is in the extended edition. During the attack on Dol Guldur fortress to rescue Gandalf, Sauron orders an orc lieutenant to bring him the Elven Ring of Fire, which Gandalf is surprised to find on his person. No explanation has been given as to how Gandalf in the movie universe is in possession of one of the three rings for the elves. In the novels, Narya was given to Gandalf by Círdan, the shipwright. Círdan.
It looks like Círdan,
yeah.
But Celebrimbor also looks like Celebrimbor.
Yeah,
so take it up with the elves.
The shipwright.
Celebrate Brimbor, come on.
That's good. Lord of the Grey Heavens.
Grey Havens. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Grey Heavens, I do say.
That one's easy.
When he arrives from Aman early in the Third Age.
Aman.
It's Aman, right?
Aman.
It's Aman?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Aman.
Fine. Fine.
Yeah, like Gandalf shows up for the first time, and that elf, you see him in the Return of the King, but he's kind of like the head elf that like lets people he doesn't bring people, but he sends people off to the west.
Oh,
And he has one of the rings of power, and Gandalf shows up and is like, "This is yours now. You're gonna need it more than I'm going to."
Yep.
And then
Yep.
he just goes.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And I'm like, that would have been in my opinion, very important scene. I don't know why they put that in the extended edition. Like, we're going to get to it when we get to the Lord of the Rings.
Well,
there's a lot of stuff in Lord of the Rings extended edition. I'm like, how is this not in the movie?
It's great.
Like,
Yeah.
what? So.
Yeah, I mean, Elrond is holding a ring of power. They never, ever talk about it, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, the only elven ring they talk about is Galadriel's.
Mm-hmm.
And they really just, like, look at it, it's there, and then that's it.
Yep.
Which
Which
they
is
don't really have,
weird.
like, fancy powers the way you would imagine with, like, a ring of power, kind of like the One Ring.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically, they're similar to the One Ring, where, like, the One Ring, like, corrupts people and makes them, like, super greedy and, like, oh my god, everybody's out to get me and evil. It's like the opposite of that. You know, the Ring of Fire, Narya, is supposed to inspire, which is kind of why when Gandalf shows up, everybody's always so like, oh, everything's going to be okay now. Part of that is the ring doing that. It also gives Gandalf like more confidence and more just like hope and power. Because they call it the Ring of Fire, but I'll almost look at it more like the Spirit of Fire in Naruto. It almost does that more than actually like, I think it technically has some fire abilities, but not really, which is why Gandalf does have some fire, very light fire abilities. Like that firecracker going off in Winston's background.
Sorry.
It's Narya, baby. Other than that, yeah, you know, I think also another thing that the Elven rings have the ability of is to kind of preserve goodness, which is why Lothlorien, the Grey Havens, and Rivendell are all like kind of these little oases of goodness and paradise. A lot of that is because of the rings.
Interesting. Well, let's get into it, guys. Eric, how many times have you seen The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, and did anything change you watching it?
I can definitely say this was the second time I've seen this movie.
There you go. Cool.
It's better the second time. The first time, not so good. I was not enjoying it as much. I was like, oh, dang, 3 dwarves die? Come on. Oh,
Dude,
Come
I need to
on.
look it up, dude.
forget about
I
it.
think like 6 dwarves die in the books, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, did you have that fact?
I don't think.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Is Bomber one of them?
probably.
I wish.
How
Such a
many
big target.
dwarves die in the battle of the Five Armies?
Well, he's still looking this up. No, I liked it better this time. And I was surprised because I went into it knowing this time, yes, people die, but just enjoy the ride, get through it. And yeah, this when we rank what we think is in order, which is the best, you know what, I'm gonna have to hear your guys's points of view because this is
No, let's not. Eric, make a decision.
no.
Right now,
Don't do it.
tell me what.
Don't do it.
Just kidding.
What does your gut tell you? Because the gut always has an opinion, even if it's very weak. The
All
gut
right,
always has an
I'll
opinion.
think about it when we get there.
Yeah, okay.
What-
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Save it for the end. Save it for the end. We still want people to watch the episode, Nate, okay?
Do we? By the way, thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Like we've
yes.
noticed, especially Eric. Eric always gets hyped.
I'm
More than
always
100
checking,
people watch.
And I'm like, oh, we got 2 new subscribers, and it's up to like 500 views, and oh my god.
Oh yeah, no.
Honestly,
We
it's
definitely
crazy.
see a good trend with these
Like-
videos, and we're just gonna keep trying to do more. Yes, I know a lot of people want 21 Pilots, and I'm trying to get back into
I
it.
love that we
I've
have
got a
series.
lot going on, but
Dude, just never do it. This is what you should do.
I should do the GG,
Winston.
the George R.R. Martin of it all,
No, even better.
and just like be like, yes, it's coming.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. You know.
I wrote 4 words yesterday. It was very productive. No, but you can be like, just be like, I'll do it when we just do an insane number, like 1 million subscribers. Like I'll do it when we have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, right. That would be good.
Can you imagine though when we first started being like, yeah, we're gonna release like a video a week and it's gonna get like 500 views? We'd be like, damn, that's cool. We'd
Yeah,
be
right.
hype.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I have a question about that though. Like, how much of our video do you have to watch for it to count as
A view.
somebody watching it?
Yeah, that is a good question. I
think
had
you
not
just-
thought of that too.
I think you just have to load the page.
Oh, so it's just
Yeah,
a click.
so-
Oh yeah.
I doubt anybody finishes
So-
these.
Oh no.
That's
You
why
can
we
go
don't
to
have
the-
any comments.
You can go to the analytics, dude. It's like of the hundreds of people that watch, it's legit less than 10 that watch the entire thing.
Oh well,
Which
there's
I'm
10
fine
people.
with.
Heck yeah! Like,
Dude, I'm fine with that.
man,
don't
I'm
care.
surprised you get through this 10 people.
Thanks
you
for
very much.
looking.
Yeah, thanks for looking at our ugly mugs. All right, Nate. Speaking of ugly mugs, what did you
Fuck,
think?
man. Who you talking about? Who you talking about, fool?
How many times have you seen the Battle of the Five Armies? Did anything change for watching?
I have seen this film twice. And honestly, I kind of agree with Eric.
Oh wow.
Where it got a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I think honestly watching them all kind of back to back helps this one out, in my opinion. Because it is shorter. And in my mind, like they're all like basically the exact same length. But it is shorter and like it felt better. It felt like less of a slog because it was shorter. And yeah, you know, I was telling Kaylin, like, you know, there's a bunch of stuff that they've added. Probably didn't need to, didn't have to, but none of it is bad, you know. Like the only thing that I watch, and again, it doesn't make me angry or like mad. It's funny how bad the Tariel and Keely relationship is. Like she's legitimately like, take the pain away. You've had 3 conversations with this man, and I'm not even exaggerating. You've had 3.
Why does it hurt so much?
Like
Because
honestly,
it's real.
if
Oh my
If
god,
they-
dude, that
It's
line
so
pissed me
whack,
off.
bro.
Jeez.
if they just would have played like, oh, she's a very sensitive elf, and like watching anybody dies like really rocks her, like that would have been better. But like, I'm in love with him even though I've only known him a week. It's so lame, bro. It's so bad. It's laughably bad.
Mhm.
But it's fun to watch. I like it. It's a good film.
Interesting. Very interesting. So for me, this is, again, my second time as well. And honestly, I remembered the story beats of what happened in this. I didn't remember half this movie. And for me, I'm the odd one in the group. Dude, I think I almost had to split this into 3. This was such a slog. I disliked this movie. And for me, it's clearly the worst out of the 3 in my mind.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, it's, dude, I think another thing, and we're going to get to it, but dude, there was so many things in it that really ripped me out. Thorin, I hate Thorin's arc in this movie. Like, this is the reason why, even in the first movie, I'm like, God, I hate Thorin. Even though in those movies, in the first and second one, he's not bad, you know? He's a cool-ish guy, you know?
You middle of the road the
Winston,
whole time.
Winston, have you ever heard of dragon? I mean, have you experienced dragon sickness?
No, I haven't. No.
I mean, we need to feel for this dwarf.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sure. Yeah, uh-huh. So I hate that. The CGI is the worst in the movies, in my opinion, because there's so much of it. And
there's
it
just
all,
too
dude,
much of
there's scenes in that battle, that final battle, where it looks like an orc is going at 15 frames a second. Like, it is bad.
Dude, that scene looks like a World of Warcraft like cutscene.
It's
Hey,
so,
whoa.
it's terrible, dude. And I'm like, and then the
They all
whole
look the same too, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was so cool in the Lord of the Rings how like every orc looked
personalized,
different.
that
Like
character.
every orc looks the same, every dwarf looks the same, every elf looks the same.
And they were also all grays. So it was like,
I know.
oh, what is
dude.
happening? It's just people fighting.
Yeah, dude. When the dwarves are fighting the orcs, it's like there. I don't even know who's who in this scene
Mm-hmm.
because they have the same color armor.
Dwarves are the shorter ones.
Oh, wow.
Just
And
throwing
then
it
I'm
also,
why is Dane fully CG?
That's
Is it? I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
no, you suck.
Yeah.
He's fully CG for because that actor's super old. Well, not super old, but he's old. He couldn't have done that stuff. I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
Like, why?
yeah, yeah. And
Why do
also,
they have to do my pig riding man dirty like that?
oh yeah. It was. I confused him for a different person. Sorry. Yes, I did realize that he was fully CG.
Who did you think I was
I
talking?
thought you were talking about freaking the guy, the bowman.
Freaking, what's his name? Bane is his son, which I think is hilarious. And Bjorn,
Bard.
not Bjorn,
Bard.
Bard.
That's it.
I think
Bard.
it's funny he's called Bard because it's like a musical person.
Yep,
His son
yep,
is
yep,
called
yep.
Bane.
No, in that what there is a scene though where he is fully CG and he's going in the cart and everything. He's like and the orc's just like,
I know.
Oh,
it's
I'll
not
just
even an
wait for you.
orc. What are those things? They're
Goblins?
so
I don't
gross,
know.
dude. I hate
trolls.
those things.
I don't know.
They have like tiny little arms and
They look
beady
like
little
titans.
eyes.
I think
They
they're
look like babies.
They look like
Like
titans, dude.
oversized babies.
So the big one, the really big ones are mountain trolls. I think the disfigured ones are just regular trolls.
Dude, shout outs to my freaking triangle head, break the wall down troll. That guy's a
That guy
fucking
was awesome,
legend.
yeah.
Those
It's like he just dies. And then also, I feel so bad for that one troll that Legolas kills that is blind, has no arms, and no legs. Like, why did they do this to this guy? He's just walking around like a pirate with two
I
peg
have
legs and
purpose!
2 hooks. Oh, that poor troll, dude. They do the trolls dirty in this one.
But like even Bard's arc, I was all like, okay, this is kind of like, yeah, he kind of has an arc in the first in Desolation of Smog, but in this one it's kind of like nothing happens to him, you know? It's just like they're like, oh, you're gonna be our king. He's like, nah, like that's about it.
Nah, man, I'm good.
And it's like there's just I get really frustrated with this movie because I'm like, I feel like most of it were these battles, and I'm like, I didn't like the battles. So essentially, I didn't like most of the movie. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. And everybody just clicked off.
Yeah, they're like, ugh, downvote.
Yeah, I bet most people agree with Winston. Nobody likes the hobbits. Like, I don't think anybody hates them, but nobody likes them.
Yeah, I mean, you go to
The
Lord of-
hobbits. The hobbit.
Here's a magical fact, like backing up what I said.
Backing up what he said, a magical fact.
When the Hobbit film franchise was in early development under the director Guillermo del Toro, which I did not know that. That's
Imagine what this film would have been.
that would have been interesting. It would have been very different, very
It would
different.
have been very creepy.
It was originally going to adapt the book as a single movie to be followed by a bridge movie set between it and The Lord of the Rings. Then the project was altered to be a 2-movie arc, with the first movie subtitled as The Hobbit Unexpected Journey and the second movie titled There and Back Again. Which
I don't feel like is a good title.
Yeah, it's not a good title, but I feel like this should totally
Yeah.
have been 2 movies, you know? One, I could see that being pretty fast, but 2,
You would have lost so much.
totally 2. When the decision was made in July 2012 to extend the franchise to 3 movies, the second subtitle was still kept for the final movie. When the second movie became The Desolation of Smog, that's what the second movie became. And the third one was still supposed to be There and Back Again. However, in April 2014, Peter Jackson announced that the third movie's subtitle had been changed to The Battle of the Five Armies. Primary reason for the change were that the title battle is the center focus of the movie, but also, as Jackson stated on his Facebook page, There and Back Again felt like the right name for the second of the 2 films, telling the quest to reclaim Erebor when Bilbo's arrival there and departure were both contained within the second film. But with 3 movies, it suddenly felt misplaced. After all, Bilbo has already arrived there in The Desolation of Smog.
Yes.
So yeah, I totally think this movie could have been cut out pretty easily. And
This movie?
yeah, they could have just been 2 movies easily.
I don't think there's any. Okay, there's a lot of cutting that could have been done, but like the battle is very important.
Sure, yeah, the battle would still be in it, but I'm saying this 3-movie thing should have been 2 movies.
I agree.
Okay, yeah, we all agree on that, but I feel like for them to be cohesive and get what we want out of it, they probably would have been like both 3-hour movies.
Yeah, but that's still preferable than 3 3-hour movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about importance.
Importantes.
Ooh, look at you and your Spanish. Yeah.
My Spanglish.
Oh, Spanish.
So right now we have
Southern dandy.
right now we have Desolation of Smog as number 1 and Unexpected Journey as number 2. Where does importance go for this movie?
Here we go.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Smaug is dead. Sauron is banished. Saruman is eviled. Bilbo returns. Legolas meets Aragorn. I don't think that matters.
Possibly.
They hint at it. Do you agree, Eric? Do you concur?
Always concur.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay. I can see what you're saying. I don't want it to be there, but I think factually it is there. Yeah. And the battle is important to like things that happen in the world, you know.
Yeah, we get a confirmation that Gandalf knows about the ring.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm cool with it. If you are cool with it.
We're recording.
Another marvelous magical fact. I'm sorry.
Another marvelous magical fact.
This is the last movie featuring legendary screen actor Sir Christopher Lee, or aka Saruman the White, to be completed and released before his passing on June 7th, 2015, at age 93. Lee was one of a handful of cast members to star in both The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies. Like, bravo. What a legend that man was.
Yeah, he looks great. Great performance.
Yeah, there's very few actors where actually get to be those blockbuster.
I don't know why it's chopping you like every other word, bro. I don't know why it's doing that.
There's very few actors that have been in multiple blockbuster movies. Just like he's in Star Wars, he's in Lord of the Rings. Like there's only a handful of other actors that I can think. Like Harrison Ford comes to mind with like Indiana Jones, and then Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Blade Runner was huge. So
Well, not when it first came out.
yeah, it's called classic now though.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Yeah, why not? Let's do this other. Let's throw this other magical fact in there too.
Magical fact.
Thank you. In the book, everything is seen from Bilbo's perspective. The first part of the Battle of the Five Armies is witnessed by him in 1 chapter. The second part happens off screen because Bilbo is rendered unconscious, but is retrospectively described to him in the next chapter. In this movie, the entire battle takes up nearly half of the running time due to its several perspectives being followed. Another like
Yeah,
reason
when you read the book, it's kind of crazy because like all this stuff happens and then they get to the battle, and then it's over. And it's like, wow, it's kind of anticlimactic, but it kind of makes sense because you're following Bilbo. But it's very jarring because it goes from like, okay, we're doing this to, oh, Thorin's dying and the other two are dead, like that. Because in the books, you know, he wakes up and he goes to like the medical tent, and Thorin's dying, and he has his last conversation with him, and then the other two are already dead.
Dang. Interesting. Okay, gentlemen, what is the villain for this movie? Because I feel like it's still Azog again, but what do you think? We could take Thorin as the villain, but he's kind of villain for half the movie.
Definitely not Thorin, dude. The villains in this are like Smaug, Bolg, Azog, Sauron.
I say this one, Azog.
I say Bolg is disqualified because he's kind of just like the right-hand man of Azog. Smaug is disqualified because he gets capped like in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
Shot out the
and then
sky.
Sauron's kind of this whole series has kind of just been like the side villain, not the main villain.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely there, but definitely not. So yeah, I guess it's Azog, and I think this is his best film.
The Defiler.
Okay,
There's
so
a lot of blood. Did you guys see that waterfall after he's dead? Like
I
half
did-
the
I
waterfall.
did
It's
notice
like,
that.
Bro, how much blood do you have?
I did not realize that. Interesting. So right now we have Smaug is number 1, Azog is number 2.
He ain't beaten Smaug.
Yeah.
So there's not 3 rankings. There's 2 rankings, and it's still Smaug and it's still Azog.
And then it's Goblin King as number 3.
Did you guys put the Goblin King at number? Is he on the? Ugh. He beat. I guess it makes sense for him beating.
He's still a
Azog in
villain,
the
all right?
first
If there's
movie.
multiple villains, we're still going to put him.
But he's such a.
I still think
terrible villain.
Azog. I think Azog beats him out
Oh,
in this movie. Though.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
He does something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Give us that magical fact
Magical fact about...
about Azog. Unless you want me to read it.
If you got it on your eye, yeah, I have to look through them.
All right. In the book, Bolg is killed by Bjorn, the bear man, who is such an afterthought in this film.
Yep.
It makes no sense that he was in it. They should have just cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all
It
of
was-
his scenes.
It was a sweet scene,
It's so.
but it's just so like there and then it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there and back again. It's
like
there
they
and
were
it's gone.
trying to do a very poor Infinity War or something.
Yeah, they should have just cut him
Mhm.
in both films, just entirely. During the Battle of the Five Armies. In the movie, he's killed by Legolas, which was honestly pretty dope. Pretty dope scene. That fight scene has my favorite, like, love-hate CG scene. It's where the bridge is collapsing
And he's
and
running.
then Legolas climbs up the slow-mo. Like, for some reason,
Yeah.
these bricks are now falling at half speed because he's climbing up them. It's so great, dude. I love and hate it because it looks terrible, but I love it.
I totally.
Outside of the main battle, Bolg's father. Also, I found that out like halfway through this film because I don't know who says it,
Yeah.
but they say, yeah, Bolg is
It's
Azog's spawn. I'm like, wait,
Yep.
wait, is Azog's Bolg's daddy? And yes, he is. That is confirmed by this magical
weird.
fact.
It's weird.
It's great, dude. It explains why he's so big and dope.
Oh,
Because I never
sure, but
realized it.
How do
Sure.
And
orcs do the deed?
Don't worry
And,
about it. Dude, technically, they have families. Like, it's a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What does
The
a female
original
orc look
ones
like?
were corrupted elves. But after that, it's all just freaking orc boinking, dude.
It kind of makes sense now too when he fails.
What?
When he
It makes sense that when Bolg doesn't. What am I trying to say now? When Bolg doesn't kill the dwarves and he comes back, Azog doesn't kill him.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
he also
yeah, yeah.
he also words it like very well. And he's like, and you let them live, they ran away because they were so afraid. When in reality, he ran away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those dwarf filth.
Can't
they
prove me
ran-
wrong, can you?
Exactly. Azog has already been killed. Okay, in the book, Azog had already been killed 143 years earlier. In this film, he is killed by Thorin. In the book, he is killed by Dane, CG pig riding man, during the battle outside the gates of Moria, which was a dope battle. The Hobbit Unexpected Journey briefly shows this battle where freaking Thror, I believe, is it Thror or is it Thrain?
Thror is his grandfather.
Thror gets decaffeinated. But the movie adaptation kept Azog alive to be the returning villain throughout the Hobbit trilogy. And he really sucks until this one. So there you go.
Yeah. Interesting, though. I'm like, he was 143. He was dead for 143 years before this. So it's like, wow, he was dunzos for a long time, even before this happened. So interesting that they decided to change that. Okay. Man, CGI.
It has its moments, like those the Nazgul, they look cool. The like shadows that Elrond and Saruman fight.
Yeah.
Like that looks cool, man. And then Azog looks solid.
Sure.
Looks solid. A lot of the scenery is hit or miss, but some of it is really good. Yeah, kind of where we're at. There's moments of brilliance, but it's definitely just moments.
Yeah. And compared to a whole bunch of bad CGI in this movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's sad because a lot of it, like, if you just pause, looks great.
Sure.
But in motion, in practice, it's like no bueno.
Yep. Yeah. I think for me in particular, I think this is the worst and it's going to stay there.
Yeah, it just stinks because, like, when you think of the original trilogy, like, you can tell, like, they were on site. They were on location doing a lot of this stuff. And you just don't get that vibe from this film at all. The entire time, it's just green screen. It just looks like green screen, feels like green screen, and it takes a lot away from it, man. Like, you can tell, like, it's so night and day, when you watch the battle, and then you watch Gandalf and Bilbo on their trek back, and they're actually in New Zealand, and you can actually see it just looks like Lord of the Rings, whereas the other one just looks like CG Lord of the Rings. Looks like a World of Warcraft cutscene.
So are we in agreement? It goes to the bottom.
Let me think. I really hate the
outvoted. Doesn't
goblins,
matter.
bro. I really hate the goblins. So I mean, we also got dope Gollum in that first film. I don't know. It's whatever you guys say. Also, dude, freaking Smaug still looks amazing.
Oh yeah,
at
he
the
does.
beginning of this film.
Yeah, he really does.
Like, he's in a completely different setting. And he looks awesome. Also, how did so many people survive?
Yes, that was my thing. And then even after the battle of the 5 armies and everything, there's still like a bunch. I'm like, no way. There's 10 of you. There's maybe 20 of you. Like, it's you guys had way too many casualties.
It's Bard's family and like 2 other people.
Yeah, because like these aren't warriors, and it was already a small town. Bard says that it was a small town, and then it's like,
small town of 1 million. It's fine.
and then after like Smog attacks and everything, there's still like hundreds of people.
Everyone survived. It's like 8 people died. Every person that you actually see dead, that's it. Those are the only people that died. Nobody died off screen as far as the lake town.
That lake town is fireproof.
There you go.
People are fireproof.
Hey, I did say that because Kaylin was like, wow, just a lot of people that made it. I was like, I mean, they could have just gone underwater, Maybe everybody just did that.
And not get
like,
crushed.
Here comes Smaug. Dunk.
Yeah, interesting. Let's do another magical fact.
Magical fact!
You hear that magical? Because I was like, not marvelous. It's magical.
It's magical.
The mithril chainmail given to Thorin to Bilbo, given by Thorin to Bilbo just before the Battle of the 5 Armies, is of course the same that Bilbo gives to Frodo in Lord of the Rings. It's like an easy one, but just in case any of our viewers missed it.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, the ring he has? Yeah, that's the ring of power. Or that elf, Elrond? It's the same Elrond in the next movie.
But on a side note, I was when we were watching Lord of the Rings of Power, I discovered, I did not know this, and I feel kind of dumb. I'm sure Nate's gonna make fun of me. I did not know that the Rings of Power are made from mithril too. Not all of them. Well, not all of them. Most of them are.
Yeah.
Like the Elvish rings, like the rings given to men as well, I'm pretty sure, are also made of mithril. So mithril is like an alloy, and it's like very It's like a super awesome alloy. In other words,
It's magic.
it's magical. It's pretty dope. My
What does
God,
he call it? White steel? I don't remember what he calls it. Is it white steel or is it something else? He calls it something steel.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Come on, machinist. What's it called? What kind of steel is it?
Yeah,
I
tell us
cannot
the mythical.
Composition.
I'm pretty sure it's
of
cold
mithril.
rolled 10
There you
10
go.
steel. I don't know. I can't remember all the alloys. What song did you want to rank in this?
There is a song in the credits. It's okay.
I didn't even watch it, dude. I was like, all right, the movie's done. I am out.
It's not bad.
And you said, yeah, you were right. It is Bill singing it.
In this one,
Yeah, the last song is him singing. So
I'm just cool like that, you know. It's
I
cool.
mean, if we want to go to end credit songs
Sure.
instead,
Yeah.
I say
I feel like
this
this
one.
should. Go
I
ahead.
think this was number 2.
It's okay. I mean, like I said, I'm not a song-oriented
Not a
person.
song kind of guy.
Guy, you know. I like to hit things with sticks.
Yeah, so
Nick
this goes number 2 above Song of the Lonely Mountain.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay. Interesting. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot.
A lord.
Give me 1 second.
1.
It is time to guess the Rotten Tomatoes score.
It's the prices. I mean, the Rotten Tomato score is right.
I
What
love
was the
this
last
part.
one? Do you remember the last one?
I don't remember.
I
the
nailed
last
it,
one.
right?
It was higher.
It was
Yeah.
higher. 69.
I'm
That's that's my guess. It's 69. That's my guess.
Okay.
It could be lower.
I'm gonna go 73.
65.
Probably not gonna be.
It's gonna be like 62. Watch.
60.
59.
Whoa!
Knew it. It's not that bad.
Dang.
It's not 50s bad.
Well, 59 is barely 50.
It's still 50.
I think
It's not that
65,
bad.
where I went with it, that's kind of the right range for me.
I like 69. I think it's a good spot. for it.
69? No,
I can
dude.
see a 72 as well.
What? Not for me personally.
There's good stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. 69, like, there's good in a 60. There's a good in that movie. It's
There's
above
more
5.
than good stuff.
There's not amazing stuff in this movie, bro.
Man, 59. That's so low. Yeah, I guess you are right. There really isn't anything amazing in this film. It's kinda
See what he's
sad.
done to you? You just pulled a Nate. Man, this movie's so good. You know what? It's not.
You know,
Really?
maybe you're right. Maybe it's
There's
not so
nothing
good.
amazing though. There's a lot of good. That's what I was saying. Like everything's good basically, but there's nothing amazing.
Magical fact.
Magical fact!
During the confrontation between Galadriel, Saruman, Elrond, Radagast, and Gandalf in Dol Guldur, Galadriel fights Sauron using Erendel's light. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, she gives it to Frodo in Lothlorien,
That's
which I
basic.
did realize this time watching. Last time I had no idea, but this time I was like, oh, it's that thing she gives to.
That's that light thing.
You know what's in there, Winston?
Actually, I was doing some research and I do, yes.
What's in there?
Erendil is...
No, I don't care about him. What's in the flask?
So it's Arendil's like essence, his power, his magic is in there. It's like pure
Right.
light
From the
trees, right?
Silmarils, which is technically from the trees. But yeah.
Okay.
So think about that, bro.
Yeah.
This is just a part, like a little bit of captured light from the Silmarils, and how it was, and look how powerful it was. Pretty dope. Also, watching this, it's like I don't hate the Rings of Power Galadriel, but watching this is like that. How is this the same person? Like, when does the Rings of Power Galadriel decide to do a complete 180 on her personality and turn into this Galadriel?
I can see it, bro. I can see it.
I don't know, bro. The main thing is like, how much fighting does Galadriel do? And when she does fight, how does she do it in this film?
Sure. Yeah.
That's what's really, it's like, man, I don't see it right now. I wish they would have leaned a little bit heavier on her magical powers in the show.
I can understand that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I was talking to Kaylin. It's like the Galadriel in the show, I do like her. I like a lot about her character. But it's just so jarring when it's like, that's Galadriel. Because she's not acting like a Galadriel in any way, shape, or form.
She definitely mellowed out.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot.
Like a few thousand years later.
Yeah, that's the other thing, dude. She's like 5,000, 6,000 years old at this point, bro.
Mm-hmm.
In the Rings of Power.
Yep.
So it's like, really? You're still pulling the like, give me my boat because I said so? At 6,000 years of age?
Age isn't even a thing for elves.
Age is just a number, Nate.
That's not true. If she was like a couple hundred, it'd be like, you know what? You're right. She's 6,000 years old, bro. 6,000 years old.
Man. Best performance, Nate. Who do you think?
Dude, for how much you dunk on freaking Thorin, the range, bro.
Yep.
The range. Like him when he's in just the full grasp of the freaking dragon sickness, I'm into it, man. He's like, they will not take a single coin. It's like, damn, bro. It's so great, bro. Dude, it's so great. And then when he's coming out of it, when he's in the Golden Hall, and he's like, I love that scene. It's just everything just cuts to quiet, and he just throws the crown. It's like, that's cool. So I mean, I don't know, man. Gandalf does some work, but I still put Thorin over him.
I can agree with that.
Tauriel tries to do work, but it's laughable. So I put Thorin over him.
Yeah, and it's not the actress's fault. It's definitely not the actress.
She's an excellent actress.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. Like, I wonder if she was like, yeah, like they're gonna make this make sense in the edit. Like they didn't make it make sense in the edit.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, dude. I don't know who else. Like Bilbo does good, but I still think Thorin does better. It's Thorin, baby.
You sure it's not Bard?
Nah, Bard's good, but he's not Thorin.
He's one note.
Yeah, he is basically one note.
Yeah. I like him.
No, I really likes him. He's freaking dollar store Aragorn, man. He's great.
I wasn't actually expecting anybody to go with, but
with Thorin?
That's my
like,
pick as well.
Who else?
No, I can agree. Where does he go though? Where does he go? In between Benedict Cumberbatch Smaug at number 2 and Andy Serkis's Gollum at number 1.
I don't know if he's beating Gollum. He's definitely not beating Gollum. Gollum is freaking.
Yeah, he's definitely not beating Gollum. I don't think he's beating Smaug either.
Does he beat Smaug? Oh man, it's hard because Smaug is just so charismatic. But talk about one note. It's a dope note. It's like a hard E flat. It's a dope note.
There's a lot.
Note.
There's a lot of, like you were saying, Nate. There's a lot of range,
and it's good. Like,
no, it's really good. So he might be.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I'm sitting there and like, okay, what is a better performance objectively? Smaug is definitely close. Like, he's definitely close. But I mean, Thorin like really redeems himself for me. Like, he goes from a guy where it's like, yeah, he's just doing exactly what you would expect to happen, to like, yeah, man, he's really like figured it out, and he's a king now, and he's cool, and he dies, and it's dope. I'm into it.
He gets stabbed in the foot.
That was really stupid, though. It's like, I feel like if I was on the ice and I saw that dude, it's like, yep. It's like, just in case, I'm gonna stab that guy.
So he's going number 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, I think Thorin's transition is bullcrap. I hate him. Because he's all like, no. Like, you can tell, like, I do like the performance. Like, you can tell that he gets consumed by this greed. By
everything.
You know? Mm-hmm. And this, like, jealousy. Okay. I get it. It's annoying, but I get it. And then after that, it's like, okay, why? What pulls you out of it? Why do you do this?
He was mean to Bilbo.
Because
Because Bilbo
He
was
was
like, you're better
mean
than
to
this.
his kin, dude. That's so much more
Yeah,
than Bilbo.
but they clearly I don't know about more. It's different. They clearly show that like Bilbo, it's like one thing being close with family. You know what I
Kind
mean?
of the hobbits.
Like these dwarves are all family. But then when you let an outsider in, like that's a different relationship. It hits different. And that's what Hobbit has accomplished. Literally the only person outside of his family that he would call a true friend. And it's also Bilbo. Like he's humble, man. He's not the type of guy to be like, "You're stupid, bro. Stop being dumb." Like he's like, he's the king. Let him do his thing. And even Bilbo's like, "What happened, man? You're not like this." Like I can maybe understand that maybe they didn't portray it well enough, but I mean, it worked for me. It worked for me. So, but that's what I think. He's like, "Damn, dude, even my homie Bilbo thinks I'm crazy." Like, man, I gotta cut it out.
Bling.
He gets team rocketed.
Character design.
Oh man,
There's some good stuff in here, man. There's some good stuff in here.
So we have got Smog and Thorin.
Dude, Thorin might get a comeback.
I love Thorin's last armor set. Did you
His
see?
last armor set just his normal one?
Yeah.
No, the one where he goes out and he has all the
when
armor
he's
on.
actual full armor. All the dwarves look dope.
They do, but
Which
he
reminds
stands
me
out.
of
But
a
there's
magical
something
fact.
else.
Hey, dude. Go for it.
Yeah, do it.
Eric?
Magical fact.
Did you delete it?
I deleted the one
There
you
it
already
is.
said.
In the scene at Erebor, when all the dwarves are fully clad in their ceremonial dwarvish armor, Gloin, Gimli's father, wears the same helmet worn by Gimli in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Did you see that, Eric?
I didn't notice that.
I didn't
no.
notice it
Exact
either,
same one.
but-
It looks good.
That's awesome.
Looks
Okay, I know who I want. The armor set is so awesome.
Speak up.
I say that the Elf King.
Oh, heck yeah.
His.
You
he
just
doesn't-
hate him, Nate. He
I
looks
do.
dope.
He doesn't. No, bro. You know who's my boy? You know who's my boy in this film? And we're talking character design.
Bomber.
Like freaking Dane on the pig. Okay? On the pig. All in one. It's life, bro. Dane on the pig is like the epitome of
Pig
being a
life.
dwarf. It's pig life, dude.
That's
It's
right.
like I'm multitasking right now. I am tenderizing my meat before I eat it. You know?
God.
Dude, Dane on the pig looks baller, bro.
I don't know. I'm like,
I think Elrond looks better than Thranduil.
no, man.
Not
Elrond,
in it.
Elrond has a pretty simple outfit in this, you know? It's a good
More
good
is less,
outfit,
baby.
but
More
it's
is
no
less.
like elegant armor
All right, let me
that
look up.
also
Thranduil.
looks like super maneuverable still.
Thranduil's is so dope.
I'm just saying the fact that I can't even remember what he looks like is not a good.
It's because you hate Thranduil. That's why.
I do hate him. He's a jerk-faced punk.
Thranduil.
That's why I'm like, I'm
I
not
don't
putting a
know,
dwarf on
dude.
this
His
list 'cause-
armor does not look that good. Man. It's
What
just
are you
like
talking
generic.
about?
It's generic, and he's got that little baby tiara
You're
on. It's
generic.
dumb.
Baby tiara. Oh my gosh. Oh my
He doesn't
gosh.
have it.
He does have a
It's
tiara.
It's just yeah, but it's like it's not the.
No, yeah, it's not the little.
I know.
I think that's still technically a tiara. Well, you guys know how I feel. I think it looks dumb. So you guys do.
I
You.
love it. I like it a lot.
You're gonna. Oh God.
I think it goes. I think that's a good one to choose for this
Look
one.
at Dane. Just look at Dane. He's so cool looking, man. He's got
I
the
will look
freaking
at-
Spartan helmet. God, it's freaking sick, man. He's
So that's why you like him because of Halo, Nate. Really?
no, dude, like actual Spartan helmet, like Greek Spartans.
I'm
He's
just
got
kidding.
cool tattoos, dude.
I like
freaking
his little
forehead
beard
tattoos
things. His little
rip.
beard.
Yep. He's got that awesome hammer and his pig, man.
Ugh. Freaking dwarves.
Freaking.
It's
dope,
not a
man.
bad look, but
It's iconic
It's iconic. I don't know about that.
as far as dwarves go.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
A
maybe.
dwarf has never looked better.
I don't know. I'd still put him under Thorin.
Let me look
Me
up.
too.
Thorin
No, bro.
in
Dude, the red, the pop, dude, the helmet,
No,
the
man, no,
pig.
but
It's better
dude,
than Thorin.
dude, in
Thorin's-
Thorin,
Thorin's
in
just
an unexpected
crown
journey,
looks
dude,
stupid.
that gauntlet thing that's made out of the wood is dope. I love it.
It's metal for sure, but it's not. It's too simple, man. It's just Thorin with a log.
No, not when he's holding it. When he molded it into his
Yeah,
gauntlet.
I know, bro.
Like that's
I
so
know,
cool, man.
man. Anyway, you guys know my boat. It's the boat that sails for Dane.
So are we doing Thranduil?
I would like to.
Okay,
That's my vote.
let's do it. Let's do it, and let's put him.
Definitely not
Are we
better.
putting him under
Definitely
Thorin
not better. Yes.
or above Thorin?
Bottom.
I would like to put him under. I like Thorin. I like Thorin a lot too. So he's number 3. Thranduil's armor.
Just glad he made the list.
Yeah, right. I even liked his first outfit. All right, so let's keep it at that.
No, but this one's dope.
Man. All right, let's give some.
Look at Nate's face. It's the Iron Man armor.
Yup.
It's
yup.
not as bad as
Yeah.
the Iron Man armor. You guys are just objectively wrong. The Iron Man armor is actually iconic. Like literally, ask anybody when you think of Iron Man, what does he look
I
like? It's
didn't
the
vote
armor
on
that
that
I'm
armor.
talking about.
Oh man, let's
And
do
it's
some
like
Legolas love here with some magical facts.
It's ridiculous.
Magical fact.
This is the
Crime.
only movie in the Hobbit trilogy, as well as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where Legolas blinks normally. In all the other movies, he only blinks when he is surprised or injured. In the movie, Gandalf calls Legolas Greenleaf. The name Legolas already means Greenleaf in the Sindarin language, though he is sometimes referred as Legolas Greenleaf in the books. And another connected one is during their visit to Gundabad, Legolas tells Tauriel that his mother died in the battle against Gundabad's orcs a long time ago. J.R.R. Tolkien never mentions Legolas' mother in the books. And me, I'm like, I want to know about Legolas' mother. What happened? Like, I bet Legolas' mother was dope sauce. I bet she was awesome. So I want to know about Legolas' mother.
She got killed by the Witch King of Angmar.
Hey, maybe. I want to see that, though. I want to see Legolas' mother get murked.
Wow.
I don't think it really matters.
It's interesting, though, that they never talk about it. Like, not even in the books. It's like, it's interesting. It's interesting.
This doesn't matter.
Speaking of people getting murked, best death.
I kind of want to say Balg.
Hmm?
Or freaking Feely. That's a pretty metal death, bro. He's like held up by his scruff, stabbed, and thrown down a mountain.
Sure.
It's great.
Sure. No, I think Azog.
Azog?
Mm-hmm.
So Thorin gutting himself and then stabbing him.
He puts up a fight, dude. He's in the water, and you're like, oh, he's dead. It's like, no, he's not dead. And somehow he launches out of that water. I'm like, dude, you would need like repulsion. Like, you would need Iron Man stuff.
I think that water is like this deep. Like it's like him flying.
He
on his
just
back.
stands.
Like he literally can't sink any lower. That's why he's right up against the ice. Yeah, you're right, Eric. It's just him standing. All right. So Bolg's death is pretty good. Azog's is okay. Dude.
The king?
Smaug.
Oh.
That is a death and a half, bro.
That is a good death.
Talk about overacting.
Yeah, right?
Smaug is like, when I'm dying, I'm going to die for like 30 seconds. It's like, bro, my heart stopped pumping like 30 seconds ago, but I'm still like somehow getting altitude, even though his wings are like doing this. Oh, yeah. If you're talking about death, I'd rather watch.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely Smaug.
I love to watch some death.
But Balg, man, he comes up. to
No,
stab-
it's good, bro. I love it. It's great, but it's not, dude. Smaug is dope, bro. It's dope.
I can agree. Yeah, I like Smogs better. So above the Goblin King, I presume, Nate. Yeah, okay. Number 1, Smog on best death.
Dude, the Goblin King's death is like that
Comical?
kid in class who's like literally the lowest effort possible. You know, that's the Goblin King's death.
Sure. Yeah. I can agree with that. Man, I should have said this when we were talking about CGI, but a magical fact, quick magical fact.
Quick, magical fact!
Well, we are talking about CGI because unfortunately Smaug, Azog, and Bolg are all CGI.
Yeah, I guess so. In the movie, this is the only movie in the Middle-earth saga not to earn an Academy Award nomination for its visual effects. Already talked about why. Like, it's like, damn.
Yeah, it's because all the freaking orcs and dwarves look the same.
Yeah, exactly. Most annoying. Do we have another most annoying for this?
I
The
think
freaking unibrow.
Unibrow
dude
is still
max
there.
annoying.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay right there. I'm annoyed he doesn't die. Like, what is going on here? All right,
He does die in the extended edition.
good. How does he die?
He gets swallowed by a troll.
Good.
Oh.
God.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like the creepy trolls or like a real troll?
I don't
like
know.
Triangle head troll.
I don't know.
Dude, that guy might be my favorite troll. He's kind of legit.
Triangle head, yeah.
rocket
Honestly,
troll.
yeah. So, but Unibrow is still under Radagast, correct?
No, he's over it, I guess now.
Yeah, he's over.
Yeah?
He just doesn't stop, dude.
I know. I agree.
Like
I
they
completely
keep
agree.
shoving him down my freaking throat. It's
Yeah.
like, get him away.
Yeah.
We get it. He sucks.
with the money and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Your
gosh.
slip is showing. It's like, dude, like literally arrow through him right now.
Yeah,
Stop
right.
it.
Just Legolas.
End
Just
The only time.
No,
he's
he
ever
was out of
missed.
arrows, man.
Missed.
He was out of arrows.
I also feel like Legolas would know exactly how many arrows he has. He's freaking
Right?
Legolas.
Yeah. Another. Well, let's do a little more Orlando Bloom love.
Orlando Broom makes
know
another
Broom.
appearance.
Broom rub.
As of 2018,
What brand of broom do you buy? I buy
Orlando.
Broom.
As of 2018, Orlando Bloom is the only major elf actor not to appear in a Marvel movie. Hugo Weaving, Elrond, has starred as Red Skull in Captain America. Liv Tyler played Betty Ross in The Incredible Hulk.
Barely squeaks in.
Lee Pace, Thranduil,
Harvey Oswald
plays Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy. And Captain Marvel. Yeah. Evangeline Lilly stars Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
and Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Or no, Endgame.
Endgame. Yeah. Kate Blanchett, Galadriel, is in Thor Ragnarok.
Hella.
Yep.
Hello!
Another one on Orlando Bloom's last day of filming, after he had completed his scenes,
I have seen
Sir Peter Jackson, what did I say? Recorded
Sir
a video of Bloom
Patricio
covering the viral "They're Taking the Hobbits to Isengard" song on his phone. The song that you heard entering this video.
He does a terrible job.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. It's still great though.
That's kind of that's cool. I like that. Okay, action sequence. Well, we have a whole battle, whole war to talk about. Get the
Just the
bus on,
last
Nate.
one, man. I just didn't know what I was gonna do. I think it's just the last one.
The last one,
All the dwarves fighting all the orcs
yeah.
up on the ice lake. It's just that one
Oh, okay. The more intimate
with
one. Okay.
with featuring Bilbo Baggins and his freaking rocket arm.
What about Elrond and Saruman?
That one looks better, bro.
It's just kind of samey. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same thing. Like it's dodge, hit, dodge, hit, dodge, hit, dodge, hit.
Kind of
I'm not
Saruman
saying
just
it's
going.
bad.
"Ugh, ugh,
Yeah.
ugh."
I love his robes waving in the wind. That's freaking great. It's not bad though, but I mean the other one, you know, there's like a lot of elevation change, there's a little bit of scenery change, there's a little bit more choreography. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if that one wins out, but
I personally like it more as well. The Dol Guldur fight.
I feel like the coolest part of that fight is the ring race. Like that whole effect is super cool.
Yeah, the
for
ring
that.
wraiths, and then at the end, Galadriel like knocking. Yeah, right. Going into her like demonic mode. It's pretty cool.
Which I don't understand.
I still don't
where that
understand
comes
either.
From.
Yeah,
I feel like that's just a movie thing.
maybe. I thought of that too. Okay, so Eric, do you...
Which one's it gonna be? Dwarves or elves? Because don't forget, Legolas is kind of part of that fight too.
Sure.
And he do some work, baby.
Are we counting how
Yes.
is that?
'Cause
So
at the
whole
end-
ball thing is
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be part
yeah,
of that.
that wins out.
Okay.
Because at the end, like Legolas, literally Thorin and Legolas are helping each other during that fight.
Yep.
Like he's on the bridge and like he throws him the sword, and then before that, like Thorin like throws an orc onto the bridge so that Bolg will fall, but he doesn't. They're
Mhm.
Yeah, that
working
was
together.
cool. That's cool.
Okay, so what do we want to call that fight?
The
Dwarves
fight.
versus
Fight.
goblin. I mean
The
orcs.
death of Azog and his brood.
That's definitely way too long. Anyways, are we putting that above the river fight in Desolation of Smog? Yay or nay? No.
You don't think so?
Dude, the river fight's so
Yeah,
awesome.
it is pretty great.
I
And
agree.
it's practical too, bro. Like they actually put dudes in barrels and shoved them
Oh,
down
that's
the street.
interesting. I did not know that.
Parts of it are practical. I'm okay with that. It's really cool.
Are we putting it above the Azog flashback from The Hobbit?
No.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so
I meant
too.
yes.
Yes.
I meant no. That one goes lower.
No, I meant yes.
Nate doing his thing. Okay, sweet.
No,
So that
Nate,
makes the ice fight. Sure, let's call it that. Number 2.
Let's see the
On the
Battle
list.
of Raven Hill, because that's called Raven Hill, I think. So there you go.
Underhill.
Weak. Raven Hill.
And the last
Well,
magical fact before we rank the movie.
The last magical fact.
Bilbo finds a handkerchief back at his Bag End home. In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, he had forgotten his handkerchief as he hurried out of his home
Oh my
to catch
God,
up with the
I didn't even
dwarves
think
at the
about
beginning of the
that.
adventure.
He almost went back for it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice touch, dude.
Yeah.
Then it would have been there and back again.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh. In the books, he like goes back and he has a pony, and the pony is carrying 2 chests full of gold.
In this
Which
one, he's
kind-
just holding one.
Yeah, which kind of explains how he's so rich.
Mm-hmm.
When this one's like, really, he's that rich just from what he can carry on his body?
Yeah, dude.
I
One
believe it.
chest of that gold? Do you think it's expensive to live in Bag End, dude?
Have you seen the craftsmanship in his hole?
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Sure.
Hobbits are craftsmen, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he must have like a 7-bedroom house, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
an expensive hole.
Dude, he
bro.
had already paid that out. That was inherited for
Yeah,
sure.
it was. I'm sure he made additions, okay? He made the Frodo wing.
The Frodo wing.
Man. Eric, it is your time to shine. Where do you rank the Battle of Five Armies in the Lord
The
of the Rings
Middle
saga?
Earth saga.
Well,
Go with the gut.
yeah, I'm gonna have to say no.
Number 1,
Yeah,
above the Desolation of Smaug.
I think so.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, these movies are so like neck and neck though.
Okay.
There's not a lot that makes
They're all
it.
just such 7s.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It really is. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be such a 7?
Okay. Interesting. Nate, it is your time to shine like a Cimarron. Where
Samesies.
do you rank? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Number 1.
But because it's shorter,
Okay.
And because more interesting stuff happens.
I get
Wow.
that.
Thorin dies, Azog dies. There's a war. They get to see Dane and all of his drip. You know, it's just more interesting. It's just more interesting.
So, okay.
I
wow.
do. They're dope. I used to have a pig. His name was Sebastian.
So
Wow.
much.
killed him.
Sebastian. Sorry, Chevy.
Yeah, when I met Chevy, like, oh, I had a pig named Sebastian.
Okay. Well, that places it where it ranks for the group. That means that Battle of Five Armies is the new #1 for the group. But it is my time to decide what is reality, what is not. And I say,
in his universe,
I say, with a clear mind,
corrupted by the One Ring.
that this is the bottom. Like, this goes under Unexpected Journey. This goes under Desolation of Smog. This is the worst in this trilogy. So, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's where it's going. That's where it's going for me. Well, it was a fun journey. It was there and back again, some would say.
It was quite unexpected.
There was I can't figure out a way to put in Desolation of Smog in there, but next time that you will see us in Lord of the Rings Revisited, what will be the next movie we talk about, Eric?
The next,
Finally here. The good ones.
next on Lord of the Rings.
Say it slowly. Speak up.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
That's it. That's it.
So
We are
excited.
starting
This
the
might be my
Lord of
favorite
the
one.
Rings, and of course, as we said before, we are going to be watching the extended editions on this. So watch along with those. They're good. They are good. I cannot
So
wait.
excited.
Cannot wait.
And hopefully the Rings of Power start to become really good at the same time.
Right? It's just Lord of the
Tolkien-
Rings, like
Tolkien overload, baby.
Yeah, for sure. And stay tuned for after Lord of the Rings is after Rings of Power is done for our review on that as well. Again, thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe.
Let's do a quick rundown
Okay.
on the Rings of Power episode that came out.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I think it's my favorite one of the three.
Really?
Mostly because of Arondir's freaking awesome little like concentration camp failed escape. Like I was super into that. That was freaking amazing. Also, Arondir is a Sylvan elf like Tauriel,
Oh, interesting.
which maybe explains why he falls in love with a human woman.
What?
I don't know.
It's just a thing. It happens.
I like #2. That's probably my favorite because that's the one where Elrond goes like with the dwarves and everything, right?
Yeah, that was
And
really
again,
good.
I famously do not like dwarves, but that episode was dope. It was awesome.
Yeah, but it was cool. I also love the Adar.
Yes.
The
Yep.
Adar
And
keys.
who is that? Who is that, Nate?
I don't know. I think it's a proto goblin, like one of the original like corrupted elves.
Really?
That was an orc. It's my guess.
I'm pretty sure it's Saruman. Not Saruman. Sauron. I'm pretty sure
Nah,
it's
dude,
Sauron.
that's such a like. Sauron is so much better than that. You know what I mean?
They call him Adar. Dude, Adar is a different name for Sauron.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it is. I also don't think that Halbrand is Sauron. I used to think he was. He could still be technically, but I think Halbrand's going to be the guy that becomes the Witch King. I think that he's going to like kind of ally with Galadriel and and then he's going to get corrupted.
Yep.
By one of the rings of men.
That
And
makes
he's gonna
sense.
become the Witch King.
It makes sense.
Numenor was ballin'.
Heck, Numenor was awesome,
Freaking-
dude.
Elendil is freaking awesome.
Yep.
Isildur's not bad either.
Yep.
Dude, it was great, dude. I just
awesome,
loved all
man.
the character reveals and Numenor. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Nate, do your thing.
All right. If you know anyone. Man, I got nothing for this one. Let me think. I mean, I got plenty, but like, which one is like the one? You know, I can't just say anything.
What is the
It has to both
one ring
be
of power?
extremely obscure and yet also apply to everyone in existence.
Have you ever been on a frozen lake?
Nah, that's too easy.
Have you ever been stabbed in the foot?
Let me think. You're gonna have to cut this out, Winston. You gotta make it look like it just pops into the brain naturally. God, what do I got? Oh, obvious. If you have ever been at an elevation that is higher than a member of the swine family, therefore riding, some would say, why don't you give this video a like? Because there's a dope dwarf that I talk about mostly that rides a pig, who I would definitely eat because he looks delicious. It's most likely
The
he's
pig,
a,
right? Not the dwarf.
what's the pig? The pig breed that they have, babe? That family? Think. Anyway, it's a New Zealand breed of pig. I'm fairly certain that pig is a New Zealand breed of pig. And yeah, I'd eat the pig. Why would I eat the Hobbit?
The Hobbit? The dwarf.
Yeah, I definitely eat that pig. That pig was delicious. I'm sure he's got like just packed in flavor from just like all that working out that he does, carrying that freaking stout dwarf Dane. Man, dude, that's life, bro. You ride your steed. It's a cooney pig. You ride that cooney until you pack in that flavor.
This is so disturbing.
And then you freaking slice his throat, eat him.
It's the way it happens, everybody.
Dude,
Don't
imagine
even
the
cook
roast.
him.
Imagine the roast on
Well,
that pig, bro.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Delicious.
And
Delicious. Dude, that pig, I just realized that pig might have died in that battle. Because we don't see it.
God, I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah.
Man, I hope the elk definitely died. I hope they eat that pig.
Moose?
It was not a moose.
It wasn't a
not an
moose?
elk.
It was a magical
It's a
elk.
reindeer.
It's not a reindeer.
That's enough. I'll see everybody next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.